Hey there, fellow Pamufa subscribers. I'm sorry you don't get to hear her sweet voice today. Today you'll get to hear a much sweeter and sexier one. I'm here to give you a few tips today on how to easily climb out of bronze and silver and maintain that high prestige that is the gold elo. Ah, the gold elo. The intermittent elo between being very good and utter shit. The elo where everyone thinks they're very good and are in fact, well, you get the picture. But I am not here to talk about gold players. I am here to talk about you bronze and silver players and to give you the recipe to getting out of elo hell. And for that, I have a magical 7 tips that I can promise you will get you as far as the gold elo. Without further ado, let us jump right into tip number 1. And that is to first of all figure out the role that suits you better. Even though you might think you were born to be a mid laner, those 3-8-7 scores can speak louder and maybe, just maybe, you're not playing your best role. I myself thought I was destined to be a mid laner, but look at that. I have a pretty good win rate playing Janna, good KDA, good average gold, and I realized that even though I really enjoyed feeding as LeBlanc, Janna would carry me a lot more easily. All you have to do is take a look at what role you win most on, or rather, which role allows you to perform better. To me and Pamufa included, that role is without a doubt support. And that can lead me on to my second tip, and that is to take a good look at the meta champions. A good website I love to check out all the time is this one. Now, I will not play anything in ranked, of course, that isn't in the God tier or tier 1, but I will always only try to play a maximum of 3 champions on my roles. Right now, I queue up to support or top, and my picks for this meta are Janna, Malzahar and Soraka for support, and Darius, Kayle and Nautilus for top. By playing high impact champions over and over in the same patch, your win rate is bound to go up massively. Tip number 3 is specifically about this meta, but you can adapt it for future purposes as well. Figure out the weakest, less impactful role and play with that in mind. Now you might think that this goes against what I said in tip number 1, but in fact, you'll realize that it has nothing to do with it. ADCs in 2017 are just god awful. They will not carry games for you, nor will they ruin it if they feed the enemy ADC. Now there's always exceptions of course, but to give you my personal example as a main support, I will usually ignore whatever it is my ADC is doing in team fights and protect the people that will really carry the game, like the jungler, the top or the mid laner. Always try to help out whoever is carrying your ass, and do not try to balance it by protecting the weakest one. Tip number 4 is to make sure you know that you are playing alone in a team-driven game. Forget about your teammates and enemies. They're all just pawns. What matters in the end is that you get the win. Even if a teammate is flaming, trolling, feeding, and doesn't deserve the win, fight for the win and move on. You will probably not even have to deal with him again in the future and will forget all about it shortly after. Tip number 5 is to give you some in-game priorities to make you carry games. Farming and warding will win you games by itself, and they're both things that allow you to completely depend on yourself. If you need help with either of those, I made videos to help you with that, and you should check them out. Tips number 6 and 7 are fairly linked, and they are to not fear playing ranked matches and to play loads of them. Even if you lose more than you win at the beginning, that little nervousness that comes from queuing up to ranked will slowly start to vanish as you play more and start winning more, making you more confident in the end. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, fellow lads. You can see a link to my channel here, and if you subscribe, I can get you Pamufa's own private phone number. Okay, I'm joking, but I'll give you mine, and I send nudes. Sake us out.